Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Dennis Mandaraswati from 2025 International Class of Technical Electric or Electrical Engineering Vocation. Okay, in this session, I will presentation to you what is superconductors. Okay, uh, the title of my presentation right now is superconductor, the revolution in electrical engineering. Okay, first of all, superconductor. What is superconductor? Okay, superconductor are special material that can conduct electricity with zero resistance when cooled below a certain critical temperature. This means that electric current can flow indefinitely without um, and any energy loss, unlike in normal conductors such as copper or aluminum where heat and energy dissipation always occur. Okay, the discovery of superconductivity has become one of the most groundbreaking advancements in modern electrical engineering, leading to the development of ultra-efficient power system, magnetic levitation or maglev. We know like the example like the maglev, the maglev like the very high speed train in Japan or in some other country, I think. And high performance medical, an example I can give you like MRI machine for use to scanning our body in hospital. And then the last is research equipment. Okay, in essence, superconductor represents a revolutionary shift from conventional electrical technology, enabling perfect energy transmission, stronger magnetic fields, and futuristic applications that were once thought impossible. Okay, next to the slide 2. Okay, background and problem statement. The first, the global demand for energy efficiency is continuously escalating, driven by environmental concern and resource scarcity. Traditional conductors suffer from significant energy loss due to electrical resistance. The first one is efficiency imperative, addressing the growing need for highly efficient energy transmission system to minimize waste. Okay. And the second is superconductor solution. Superconductor offer a theoretical solution, the ability to conduct electricity with zero resistance. No, zero, no resistance in that superconductors. Okay, and at this the core question address. Okay, the first one is what physical mechanism enables a material to become a superconductor. Okay, second one, how does atomic structures influence superconductor properties? And the third one, and the last one, is what are the most impactful real-world application of this technology? Okay, next to the next slide. Okay, this third slide is uh, giving the atomic structure and superconductivity. Okay, superconductivity fundamentally arises from a quantum mechanical effect where electrons overcome their mutual repulsion and form bound pairs, known as copper pairs. Okay, the copper pair mechanism. Okay, the first one, electron in a superconductor from copper pairs that move coherently and without scattering. And the second one, these pairs are mediated by interaction with the crystal lattice fibrescence, or we call phonons. The next is at a critical temperature, Tc, atomic vibration significantly decrease, allowing the copper pairs to flow freely. It makes like levitation. It no touching with other uh, material. Okay, the last one is the result is a macroscale quantum state where electrical resistance is strictly zero. Okay, okay. There's a note at temperature below in critical temperature. The absence of electron scattering eliminates electrical resistance. Okay. Next, okay, in this slide is classifying superconducting materials. Okay, superconductors are broadly classified into two types based on their response to magnetic fields and their transition sharpness. Okay, the type 1 is of superconductors is these are typically pure metal exhibit an abrupt transition to the superconducting state. Okay, they fully expel magnetic fields below TC, perfect Meissner effect. Example like a lead, mercury, and tin. That's the example of superconductor 1. And the next is type 2. Superconductor of type 2 is composed of metal alloys or ceramic compounds. These have two critical magnetic fields and are essential for high field magnets. Okay, I will give you the example is niobium, titanium, NbTi, and yttrium, barium copper oxide or YbCO. Okay, this is the visual of superconductor in use, like the first one. The first one, I think I will give you the example. Maybe we know the MRI or CT scan. The little bit information I know about this machine is the MRI machine is a big magnetic field because the inside of this machine is very big, like circular magnetic. It used for scanning our body to the computer. We can see about the inside of our body. Okay, the next is polarity and the Meissner effect. One of the defining characteristics of a superconductor is its interaction with external magnetic fields, leading to the Meissner effect. Okay, magnetic fields expulsion. Okay, a superconductor acts a perfect diamagnet, actively expelling all external magnetic fields from its interior. Okay. Second one, this effect is complete for type 1. Before, like superconductors below a critical field, and partial for type 2. Okay. The last one is the interaction between the magnetic flux lines and the material result in magnetic levitation. Okay, next. Okay, the mechanism of superconductivity, BCS theory. The Barden-Cooper-Schiffer or BCS theory provides the microscopic explanation for conventional low temperature superconductivity. Okay, yes, the electron distorts a lattice. Upon mediate accretion, second electron is attracted, and the last one is from stable Cooper pair. The zero resistance through cohesion. Okay, the electron-proton interaction acts like a subtle glue holding the two electrons together. Since the copper pair have integer spins, or we call bosons, they can occupy the same quantum state moving as a single collective entity without scattering of the lattice atoms. which is no collision or zero resistance. We call it zero resistance or no collision. Next, in this case study, superconductor in power transmission. Applying superconductor to electrical grids address to severe energy loss inherent in traditional copper cable. Okay, the first one is the challenge of standard cable. Conventional copper and aluminum power lines suffer from significant joule heating. Okay, where the electrical resistance leads to substantial energy wastage during the transmission. It wastes a little bit substantial energy. Okay, the second one for our is the superconducting solution. Okay, what is solution? The high temperatures of superconducting cables such as those made from YBCO, like yttrium, barium, something like before. Okay, enable near 100% efficiency in power delivery to deliver the power. Okay, first one is advantage: no heat generation, dramatically high current density, reduced electromagnetic footprint. Okay, the second one, the hurdle: despite being high temperature, these materials still require a significant cooling, typically below like 77 K, using a liquid nitrogen to make it cool. Okay, and adding complexity and cost to the installation. Okay, next, the this slide is uh, give you the example of application in the real world of superconductor. Okay, superconducting technology is already transforming three key sectors for the transportation, medicine, and the fundamental physics research. The first one we know about the maglev trains, like in Japan. It's utilizing the Meissner effect for the frictionless levitation, allowing for ultra high speed ground transport with minimal energy expenditure once it's levitated, because it's no uh, like to friction in like conventional train. In Indonesia we still using of KRL, or and then with uh, conventional, the old one, like the kereta api, we know about that. Okay, the second one is MRI. We know this MRI in hospital. Superconducting magnets generate the powerful stable magnetic fields necessary for detailed magnetic resonance imaging without excessive power consumption. Okay, the last one is CERN Practical Labs. Is this for physics research? Okay, superconductors are vital for creating extremely strong magnetic fields to guide and accelerate particle beams, such as in the Large Hadron Collider for the like an atom machine to finding a new uh, okay. Okay, conclusion. Okay. Conclusion: the future is superconducting. Superconductivity represents a paradigm shift in electrical engineering, contingent or mastering complex material science and cryogenic technology. Of course, one is quantum foundation. Zero system is enabled by copper pair formation, mediated by atomic lattice interaction at low temperature. The second one is energy efficiency. The potential for 100% efficient power grids, addressing a major constraint of modern electrical system. And the third one is broad impact. The high field magnets and levitation are transforming energy to transportation and diagnostic medicine, like MRI before. Okay. Okay, the last one is future direction and references. The future research focus the intensive efforts are dedicated to discovering a room temperature superconductor to eliminate the need for costly and complex cryogenic cooling system and unlocking widespread application. Okay, the second one is material science breakthrough. Okay, the search continues for this material with a critical temperature above the boiling point of liquid nitrogen, which is 7700 Kelvin or 77 Kelvin, or ideally near room temperature. Okay, I think that's all my presentation, and this is the references for this PowerPoint. And then I'm sorry if I'm if there a mistake. Okay, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.